We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, it's a matchup of unbeatens, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Denver Broncos. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. McCarthy going to put it up right away. And his first pass is incomplete. So this game of our, Charles, you know, the talk of the NFL world all week. Two unbeaten teams. You rarely see such a matchup this deep into a season.
I would agree with that because normally you might get one team undefeated for a while. But two teams like this, and I remember in preseason, you looked at schedules and said, I think these two are on a collision course. It'd be interesting to see if they actually get there, and they did. And to me, the winner of this game has to win the crown Super Bowl favorite.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They will play action. Here's McCarthy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Look at the big fella go. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll run. This is Bashal Tootin. Across midfield. He's on his way. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Bashal Tootin, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But when the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. McCarthy is set to throw it. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. They'll turn things over to Brandon Aubrey now for the field goal. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is indeed good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the... to the game.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Lawrence. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
Well, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 87 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he wisely will throw that one away. When you look at this Bronco defense, this unit currently 7th in the NFL, Charles, in stopping the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
Now Lawrence to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back. He scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
Here's Lawrence. And that's incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. On play action, McCarthy. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A.J. Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Aubrey now for the point after. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring.
This is caught inside the 15. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Hunter, 65 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. 17-17 the score, all even to this point as it kicks away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Sitting at first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit, or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point, and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
On the move past the 40, down the right sideline. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton, 61 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Aubrey good with a PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead.
17.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me, because I'm going to your phone all week prior to this one. I'm so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The Jags with a football to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 99 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Lawrence will throw. That's complete. It's and a loose football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And defensively, maybe an opportunity miss there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. Big sigh of relief, huh?
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it.
Hey, Ginger, time. 30 left, go. Sink right. Hey, I'm going. 11, add it.
4th down. Here's Lawrence. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
8-yard pickup. 1st down, Jacksonville.
So after the 4th down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25.
Hey, go.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Talanoa Hufanga in on the stop.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage. And we're still in the second quarter.
Now Lawrence. They set up the screen for Dobbins. Stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Tootin. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Extra point right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. On play action, now McCarthy. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Toss left side for Harvey. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He's got his target. That's complete. Brown with his stick skills. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A.J. Brown with career touchdown number 75. And the Broncos have broken the tie. Aubrey now for the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Next to score, Broncos 31, Jaguars 24.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a second down and 9.
Here we go.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Here's a diving catch right side. It's a big play for the Jaguars. And even 60 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal.
Here we go. Go.
Fields going to hold on to it. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues.
That's good for our Broncos. First down. First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Harvey now on first and 10. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Throwing is McCarthy. Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line.
So first thing across my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
And we'll get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Bashal Tutin on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jags are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Into space at the 45. Now he's free at the 35. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A good down to possibly take a shot. And in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Looking to throw McCarthy. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Deebo Samuel as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And they will take a 7-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
A gain of 15. And the Jaguar first down.
Hey, Lions, go, let's go.
From midfield now, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Right, let's go.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together, come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Red on red. Safe.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that there could be an even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
McCarthy off the play fake. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's McCarthy. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
On third down, Harvey.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down.
Only a yard. It's fourth down.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that will extend their lead even further. But whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now it's Fields. His throw incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. And his throw is incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Lawrence. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So give them 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 5.
Not one that I've ever met.
this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Now McCarthy.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Zone read to give to Harvey.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off.
70 range, 70 range. 19 Lions. Take over.
To the air with McCarthy. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he was fortunate on that one. Not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will extend their lead even further.
A second field goal here this third quarter, and his third of the game so far.
He's been an important part of the offense, that's for sure, and they may need him again before this one's said and done. So I would treat him like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter. Leave him alone and let him focus.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Second and 10 now. Third quarter action in Denver. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard after the 36.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, and you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
Well, that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. It could have been his second, but instead it's fourth down. Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
This will be fielded at the 17. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Just a fantastic punt return of 80 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. That is incomplete.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
Hey, run!
To throw again on second down. Lawrence.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Let's go. Here we go.
To throw again is Lawrence. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
On 2nd and 10, Lawrence. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And Thomas has it. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 29-yard line. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
Hey, hey.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th.
Hey, go.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. He'll get this out to Tootin.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
7 yards there and a first down.
They certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Now Lawrence.
That is intercepted at the goal line.
Picked out by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run.
He's got a full head of steam.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
R.J. Harvey, 95 yards. And the Broncos add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. The extra point up and good by Auburn.
And the lead is now 24. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. That unbeaten record very much in jeopardy. It's been a great first few months of the season so far, but they have run into a buzzsaw here, trailing big in the fourth quarter.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left.
Hey, run!
Now Lawrence to throw.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And I don't think he got there. No, they stopped it right where it all started.
Here we go, gotta have it. Lawrence.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
So no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
First down,
11.
Lawrence will throw. Finds Tootin out of the backfield.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory. Down at the 31.
Hey. Go. 11, Agate. 13, Luke.
Out of the gun. It's Lawrence. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas.
Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Brian Thomas, 31 yards. And the Jaguars get a bit closer.
Hey, Lion.
Lawrence going to look to throw for it.
He's got it. So they convert the two. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a two-score game.
Jaguars 42. Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
No gain on the play.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Broncos, first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll go with Harvey.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
Devon Hamilton with the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Again, it's Harvey.
And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
And a big hit there. That was a man coming with bad intentions. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance.
but rejected by the bar. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Sink right.
Here's Lawrence. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
11, Agate.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
And that is taken in by Njoku. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
That's good for a Jaguars first down.
Now Lawrence. Now he'll tuck this and run. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Again, it's Lawrence.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
On the ground, it's Harvey to start the drive.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. They give it off here to the tight end. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. The Broncos send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Go. Hey, run. Hey, Ginger. Hey, kick 30 left.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. So here we go now as the Jaguars will go for 2.
Sink right.
Back to throw, Lawrence.
And that one is caught. So they convert here and don't look now, but this one's back to a 1-score game. So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. And the Broncos are able to recover, and that should just about wrap this one up. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. The win for the Broncos, seemingly assured. They go down to a knee.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Broncos,
they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign.
and they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they fall for the first time this season after